Hey, great dramas. Here we are for a rather special one. From the Ardbeg Distillery. See it there? 20 something? 22 years old. Guaranteed 22 years old, it says. Ex-bourbon cask matured, bottled 18th July 2018. Distilled 1996. Spring of. Wonderful. So it's quite special actually. That's oh, this is going to upset some of you. Spring of 1996. That is when I left primary school, going into secondary school. Woo. Anyway, this is a rather special release. It came out 6 years ago, just over, and I opened it just once to try it, and once to do this review. And it's going to be used in an old and rare night with my whiskey club in a couple of weeks. So I figured I'd just quickly quality control it before I let those guys try it, just in case. Just in case, you know. Anyway, big Ardbeg nose, that massive peat character coming through, obviously. Oh, Ardbeg. Just stunning, isn't it? I don't really drink a lot of peated whiskey anymore. I used to, all the way through my 20s. I only really drank peated whiskey, and pints of Budweiser. Ooh, can't wait for the comments on that one. But yeah, I was just kind of more into the Speyside, Highland, more mellow, non-peated stuff. Big into sherry cask or bourbon cask or Madeira, wine, whatever really. Just less so on the peated stuff now, unless I'm really, really in the mood for it. Or unless I'm reviewing something for you guys. So jump on that grenade, always for you. Anyway, this really got that beautiful aromatic peat on the nose. There's a delicate sweetness here. It's nowhere near as big and peaty as your 10-year-old or 17-year-old Ardbeg or Ugadal or any of them. Sorry, apologies if I'm distracted. There appears to be a wasp. It's less than optimal. You can probably see it. If the light's flickering on me, it's because the wasp's on it. As a pro, I'll do my best to get through this before being stung. We shall see. Anyway, glorious whiskey from one of my favourite distilleries, actually. Ardbeg, my firstborn, Archie, his first Ardbeg day was when he was 12 weeks old. True story. Lefroy was his first distillery, which I'm still quite proud of. But then he did his first Ardbeg day that week, which was utterly wonderful. Myself, probably double parked in each hand with samples of different whiskies and casks and things. Kirsty as well. Although she wasn't really drinking, she was making sure that the child was fine. And then the both of us, we were in I'm pretty sure it was a hire car, changing nappies in the boot of it whilst it absolutely hammered it down. And there's me just stood outside holding all these whiskies going, oh, this is wonderful. Yeah, great times. I mean, that was 7 years ago, but it was good fun though. Yeah, this one I think is glorious. It's actually a really interesting demonstration of how peat gets more mellow and chilled out when it's older. When it's younger, like the younger peated whiskies, the more oomph and power you have from that peat note coming through, because there's less oak influence, obviously. But then you have the more wise, the more old, more mature peated whiskies. Will inherently, the peat will chill out a bit as the oak influence takes over, and somewhere in the middle it becomes quite balanced, and that's what this one is. So if you ever see it, definitely have a go. You'll enjoy it. Cheers, until next time.